Good afternoon, this is Gavriel Jacknin, and welcome to Halacha Day number 1288. Halacha Day keeps the Yetzer Hara away. I want to wish everyone a Gemar Chasima Toiva. Should be sealed in the book of life for a good, happy, healthy year, filled with blessing. Also, Mechila, I ask for forgiveness. Hope I didn't take up too much memory on your WhatsApp phones. I'm sorry, forgive me. It was for a mitzvah though, but just in case you got a little annoyed, I hope you forgive me. All right. We're going to learn one more halacha on Yom Kippur as it's coming up. Sins committed against your fellow man are not atoned for on Yom Kippur unless you appease him. As it is said, you will be cleansed of all your sins before God. This means only sins against God are atoned for on Yom Kippur, but sins committed against your neighbor are not atoned for on Yom Kippur unless you appease your neighbor. Everyone must therefore be very careful if he has in his possession illegally acquired property to return it and appease the rightful owner. If you are holding property of which you are not certain whether or not it legally belongs to you, you should let your neighbor know that you wish to appear with him immediately after Yom Kippur before a beis din, a court, a rabbinical court, to be judged according to the Holy Torah. And you should firmly resolve to abide by the verdict pronounced by the court. If you sinned against your neighbor, even if only with words, you must appease him or her. It is your duty to go personally to appease him. However, if it is difficult for you to do so, or if you understand that he will be reconciled more easily through an intermediary, you should appease him through an intermediary. If you're stuck, you can text, voicemail text, whatever it's called, voice text, but, better to speak to the person in person or on the phone at least. The person whose forgiveness is asked should forgive wholeheartedly and should not be ruthless, for this is not a Jewish characteristic, but a trait of Esav, the twin evil brother of Yaakov, of whom it is said, and he kept his anger forever. It is also said of the Gibeonites, because they did not forgive and would not be appeased. The Gibeonites were not of the children of Israel. That's from Samuel. The characteristic of the children of Israel is to be slow to anger and easy to be appeased. And when the sinner asks for forgiveness, you should grant forgiveness wholeheartedly and willingly. Even if he tormented you a great deal, you should not take revenge nor bear a grudge. On the contrary, if the offender does not take the initiative to come to you asking for forgiveness, you should present yourself to the offender in order that the offender should ask your forgiveness. If a person does not banish hatred from his heart on Yom Kippur, his prayers will not be heard. God forbid. But if you are tolerant and forgiving, all your sins will be forgiven. Wow. And that was your halacha. Thanks for listening to Spot's Future Halacha 36-100 for the gold. Kamar Chazim Tava. We'll see you after Yom Kippur.